Welcome back to Unbox the Bible. Today we've got an exciting New Testament quiz lined up for you. We'll be diving deep with 30 questions to challenge your Bible knowledge. In round 1, we'll explore the life of Jesus with 15 intermediate-leveled questions that will test how well you know the Gospels. Then, in round 2, we'll shift our focus to the early church, where we'll dive into 15 difficult questions that cover the growth of Christianity after Jesus' ascension. Any direct Bible quotes will be taken from the World English Bible Translation. And do stick around until the end for a special bonus question that's designed to get you thinking. Are you ready? Let's go. Round 1. The life of Jesus. Question 1. In which 2 Gospels can we read the account of Jesus' birth? Is that Matthew and Mark, Luke and Mark, or Matthew and Luke? The answer is Matthew and Luke. Question 2. At what age did Jesus stay behind in Jerusalem amazing the teachers? Was he 10, 12 or 14 years old? He was 12 years old. Question 3. Fill in the blank. Blessed are the what? For they shall inherit the earth. Should that be meek or gentle? Or the pure in heart? Or the peacemakers? The answer is meek or gentle. Question 4. In Jesus' teaching about fasting, what does he instruct his followers to put on their head? Is that water, oil, or ashes? The answer is oil. Question 5. Which disciple brought the boy with 5 loaves and 2 fish to Jesus? Was that Andrew, Simon, or Philip? That was Andrew. Question 6. In which region did Jesus meet the Syrophoenician woman with a demon-possessed daughter? Was that in Samaria, Decapolis, or Tyre and Sidon? That was in Tyre and Sidon. Question 7. Who was Jesus speaking to when he said, "Go and sin no more"? Was that the woman caught in adultery, or Mary Magdalene, or Nicodemus? That was the woman caught in adultery. Question 8. In the parable of the sower, which type of soil represents those choked by worries? Was that the shallow soil, the thorny soil, or the good soil? That was the thorny soil. Question 9. What did the merchant sell to obtain the pearl in the parable of the pearl of great price? Was that a field, or all he had, or half his wealth? The answer is all he had. Question 10. Which disciple said, "Let us also go, that we may die with him"? Was that Peter, John, or Thomas? The answer is Thomas, and if you know the context of that conversation, please do tell me in the comments section. Question 11. What is Jesus' longest recorded prayer? Is that the high priestly prayer, the struggle in Gethsemane, or the Lord's Prayer? The answer is the high priestly prayer. Question 12. In his prayer in John chapter 17, what does Jesus ask for on behalf of future believers? Is that freedom from sin, or complete unity, or supernatural gifts? The answer is complete unity. Question 13. Which disciple was instructed by Jesus to take care of his mother after his crucifixion? Was that James, Peter, or John? The answer is John. Question 14. How many days did Jesus appear to his disciples after his resurrection? Was that 40, 50, or 70? The answer is 40. Question 15. Who was Jesus speaking to when he said, "If I desire that he stay until I come, what is that to you? You follow me." Was this to Judas, John, or Peter? The answer is Peter. And if you know where this conversation took place, please do let me know in the comments section. Round 2. The early church. Question 16. Which apostle had a vision that led him to preach to Gentiles for the first time? Was that James, Peter, or John? That was Peter. Question 17. Which of these accompanied Paul on his first missionary journey? Was that Silas, Timothy, or Barnabas? The answer is Barnabas. Question 18. In which city did Paul and Barnabas heal a man lame from birth? Was that in Iconium, Lystra, or Derbe? That happened in Lystra. Question 19. Where was Paul stoned and left for dead? Was that in Lystra, Philippi, or Iconium? That was also in Lystra. Question 20. What was the main issue discussed at the Jerusalem Council? Was that qualities of Christian leaders, or speaking in tongues, or compulsion to follow Jewish law and traditions? That was compulsion to follow Jewish law and traditions. If you know what was decided at the Jerusalem Council in order to promote peace within the early church, please do comment below. Question 21. Who replaced Barnabas on Paul's second missionary journey after a sharp disagreement? Was that Silas, Timothy, or Luke? The answer is Silas. Question 22. In which city did Paul have a vision of a man from Macedonia asking for help? Was that in Troas, Thessalonica, or Philippi? That was in Troas. Question 23. In Athens, Paul debated with philosophers at what location? Was that at the Acropolis, the Agora, or the Areopagus? The answer is at the Areopagus. Question 24. How long did Paul stay in Corinth during his second missionary journey? Was that 6 months, 18 months, or 2 years? He stayed there for 18 months. Question 25. In Ephesus, whose name did some Jewish exorcists try to invoke? Was that John the Baptist, Peter the Apostle, or Jesus whom Paul preaches? The answer is Jesus whom Paul preaches. Question 26. What was the value of the magic books burned by new converts in Ephesus? Was that 50,000 pieces of silver, or 10,000 gold coins, or 30,000 drachmas? The answer is 50,000 pieces of silver. Question 27. Which city was known for the riot caused by the silversmiths opposing Paul's message? Was that in Corinth, Thessalonica, or Ephesus? That was in Ephesus. Question 28. What prophet warned Paul about his impending arrest in Jerusalem? Was that Philip, Agabus, or Silas? That was Agabus. Question 29. Where was Paul under house arrest for 2 years at the end of Acts? Was that in Caesarea, Rome, or Jerusalem? That was in Rome. Question 30. Fill in the blank. I have fought the good fight. I have finished the course. I have, should that be, kept the faith, followed the law, or upheld the truth? The answer is kept the faith. While you're adding up your score, here's a verse that was referenced earlier. I have fought the good fight. I have finished the course. I have kept the faith. Here's a bonus question for you to think about. How do you ensure that you are running the race that God has called you to? I'd love to hear your thoughts below. How did you get on? If you have enjoyed today's quiz, please do like and share this video. There are more Bible quizzes here for you to try. Thank you for watching, and grace and peace to you all.